everyone. So today we're going to be starting with the chapter of classification. This is for Cambridge, IGCSE and GCSE O-level biology. So basically, as scientists began researching more and more on different organisms, they began to realize the variety that is present on Earth, that is present in nature. And this led them to realize the importance of classifying all of these organisms into different groups to make life easier for them and for us as well. So it's very important to classify organisms, and we need to realize that these organisms can be classified into different groups based on the features that are common within them. Now, what kind of features? It could be their looks, it could be their type of nucleus, it could be their cell structure, it could be some organs that they own, it could be their behavior, it could be many different things. And so let's see how we are going to be classifying organisms. So we are going to be using the binomial naming system. This is a method of classifying organisms as well as giving them a specific scientific name that makes it easier for us to distinguish between different organisms. So first of all, we have the domain. There are three different kinds of domains: bacteria, eukaryotes, and archaea, or prokaryotes. And then you have kingdom, for example, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, etc. And then you have phylum, and then you have class, and then you have family, then you have genus, and then you have species. So if we look at human beings as an organism, so our domain is eukaryota. Our kingdom is the animal kingdom. Our phylum is Chordata. Our class is Mammalia. We are mammals. And we have a spinal cord, which is why we come into this group. Then we are primates. And then we have Homo and sapiens. And I'm sure that you have heard this term before, Homo sapiens. That is the scientific name for human beings. So how do you give an organism their scientific name? You basically take their genus and you take their species and you write that down. How will you write it down? It should all be in italic letters, and the first letter of the genus should be capital. First letter of the genus should be capital. It should all be in italic. Homo sapiens. This is how you're going to write the scientific name of humans if they ask you to do so. You're going to use the genus and the species. It will all be in italic, and the first letter of the genus should be capital. So for example, in cats, you can say Felis catus. In dogs, you can say Canis familiaris. So that is how you can name different organisms using their genus and species. Now, how can you memorize these different groups? So you can use the mnemonic: Dear, King, Phillips, come over for good soup. And you can change the words according to what you like it to be or whatever is easier for you. But basically, you can use some mnemonic like this, and you need to know the specific order as well, which is why we're using a mnemonic. And basically, what is a species? Species is a group of organisms that can reproduce to produce fertile offspring. I'll write that down. Fertile offspring, so that reproduction does not stop. Right. And so now that we have classified them into different groups, we can use different keys to recognize different creatures based on their different features. So we'll take an example of the easiest kind of key. So if we're saying that we're talking about a vertebrate, now I ask you that does it have fur? And if you say yes, then you know that it's a mammal. If you say no, then I ask you further questions. Does it have feathers? If you say yes, then we all know that it's a bird. If you say no, then we ask you further questions. Does it have dry skin? So if you say yes, again, the answer is very simple. It's a reptile. You say no, we have more questions. Does it have scales? If it does have scales, then it's fish. If it does not have scales, then it's an amphibian. And this is how we classify different types of organisms, different types of vertebrates. Mammal, bird, reptiles, fish, amphibians. And we can use this key to recognize what organism do we have. So for example, if I just catch a random organism and I don't know what it is, I'll first check, okay, does it have fur? If it has fur, so I understand, okay, fine, this is a mammal. If it does not have fur, I'll keep on searching further. So I'll check if it has feathers. If it does have feathers, okay, then the organism I have is a bird. If it does not have feathers, then I'll go and check if it has dry skin. If it does have dry skin, it's a reptile. If it does not have dry skin, then I can check it for scales. If it does have scales, it's a fish. And if it has neither of these properties, then it's an amphibian. And in your exam, they can also give you different organisms and they can ask you to either place them within the key or they can give you a random organism, tell something about it, and they can ask you to identify it using the key. So when we're going to do past papers, you're going to understand better what I'm saying.